Sometimes you gotta open your eyes and see the real in people. Reality. Just gotta listen what you give them. You ain't got no expectations. You can't be let down. Something make you feel it. I'm up early in the morning, spilling thoughts for protection on my nightstand. I close my eyes, I want no light. Ain't got it so much, one race like this. I tread lightly on my own path, I'm lost, I'm blinded. Don't worry about my finance, wait out the field. I done unsolved murder, but they're like us up up hill. They calling, they need some niggas fake real. Smile in my face, they see me niggas with fake grills. They so shade, never thought about a love and then they ruin your whole day. No foreplay, finger foot the Glock and that on. I think I found my purpose, not to be worth it for your love, but I'm not for certain. And I'm not gonna count my favors cause I did it from the heart. Mom going through domestic violence where it left me scarred. It broke my heart, see my hero getting bruised and scarred. Repeated flashbacks, my old life, I made it far. Barely even touch my heart, time they gon' get better. You with me, you gon' ride or you gon' set up. Leave me for a better life, no care if I get wet. Don't say my thoughts, I'm feeling better. As long as I live on this earth, yeah, I got you this forever. I die for you, you're special. Don't lie, I ain't expected. You selfish, you careless, I'm jealous. My other mama fellas, she cried on my shoulder. Her son gang banging. She want the best for him right now, but he just ain't thinking. Too deep in the life, he say he living dangerous. Can I blame him? Early on, fascinated by bangers. Look how life changes. R.I.P. Mama, he took his own life. Shed tears on them long nights. These long fights, I ain't lost the battle. Sit in the dark and reflect on all of my faults. Take me for all my flaws. My back against the wall. My feelings, they all gone. My thoughts, I got them flown out to Paris. She like the ones that seek a better life, they perish. R.I.P. Mizo, look up to him and I don't think that he and don't play with his name. That's gonna leave your life on repo for many years. Shut my nigga mama hustle, be shedding tears. I'm sliding with him all my life, we been locked in for years. We been locked in for years. When it come to you, I ain't got no fear. That's how I pray for brighter days, give me a reason and to wear my shade. In a place of refuge where I can hide and feel safe. I can hide and feel my pain. Spilling thoughts for protection on my nightstand. I close my eyes, I want no light. Ain't got it so much, one race like this. I tread lightly on my own path, I'm lost, I'm blind. Don't worry about my finance, wait out the field. I done unsolved murder, but they're like us up up hill. They calling, they need some niggas fake real. Smile in my face, they see me niggas with fake grills. They so shade.
Salute, salute, salute. What up, Blind Wayne? No, man. You know, I ain't gonna stay on Dubosky too long, man. You know, that was just a little roast, man. You know, maybe, you know, the young brother get it together, man. You know, something like that, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button coming in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel. And yeah, man, this just crossed my mind because I know we got Mo 3Ks coming up. We got Takeoff case coming up. And Takeoff. Yeah, Takeoff. Takeoff. Why? Why, y'all? Why? Takeoff. Why? Why? What was the motive, the reasoning to take out Takeoff? What was the motive? What happened that weekend down in Houston after Quavo and Takeoff checked in with Jay Prince Jr. and Mob Ties Associates, aka rigged dice gamers, you know, what was the motive, man? Some people say that, and I hate to say this, but this is what some people say, that Quavo knew. Quavo knew that his nephew was going to get taken out. Some people say that Quavo was under pressure and gave the green light. He gave the go word, allegedly. Out of all the entertainers in the world, Takeoff. Why Takeoff? Out of all the entertainers in the world, you ain't never heard Takeoff talk shit about nobody. You ain't never seen Takeoff in beef with nobody. But he goes to Houston, checks in with the Prince family, and takes one to the dome. Now, you got all these motherfuckers in here with pistols. Everybody scattering around. And remember Mike Prince, you know, had to go wash the blood off his hands, him and Jay Prince Jr. They say that DJ Pack was the one that hit Takeoff point blank center dead in the head. And that's who they got, you know, on trial. It matter, you know, he's free, you know, he's out on bond right now. He's been out on bond for a while. But this is who they say took out Takeoff. I don't know how many of y'all believe that bullshit, but I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Will Takeoff even get a fair trial? I don't think so. Not down there in Houston. Then you had the Prince family go on $1 million worth of game with Gillie and sit and talk about how much respect and love and how much they cared for Takeoff and how he was one of them. But he passed away. He got taken out, you know, when they had to check in. I thought when you check in, you safe in Houston. When you check in Houston, you check in with the Prince family, you all good, you safe. Ain't nobody gonna mess with you. No. And if I told y'all the truth, what I felt or what I feel, y'all say, damn, Millis, you might be on to something. Now, I remind you, this been a couple of years now that's been passed by. Been a couple of years that's been passed by. And I'm going to tell you like this here. Every time I look at that $1 million worth of game interview with the Prince family, with Jay Prince Jr., Sr., and Mike, the fake tears that Mike Prince started, you know, allegedly have come out of his eyes, which I didn't see no tears. I'm starting to think, man, that Mike was the motherfucker that allegedly took Takeoff out. I don't think Jay Prince Jr. got the balls to do it. I definitely don't think that DJ Pratt had the balls to do it. If I had to bet some money on who took Takeoff out, a lot of people gonna say, man, we seen the nigga in the yellow shirt, Lil Cam. Yeah, but I don't think Lil Cam had the balls to do it. I think the old head definitely had the balls to do it. Takeoff, though, man. What did Takeoff do for them to treat him that way, man? To do him bad that way, to do him dirty like that, man? What did Takeoff do? Did Takeoff not go with the program? From what I understand, Migos was in contract negotiations, right? Remember QPC? He just sold his company not too long ago for what, 300 million, 400 million, something like that. Right after Takeoff passed away. Quavo still to this day ain't said 2 words about that shit. Quavo ain't said nothing. Now, you can call Offset a snake. You can call him a oh yeah, no doubt, Tony. But see, I think the old head may have pulled that trigger, man. And when I'm talking about the old head, I'm talking about Mike Prince, allegedly. I think the old head Mike Prince would have had the balls to take out him the way that they did. You know. Hold on, let me get here. Here we go. Huh. So I don't think they're gonna get no justice, bro, for Takeoff murder. And y'all can say whatever, like I'm finna say, y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about Offset, man. But he was the only motherfucker that I seen that bucked up to them niggas, bro. Offset was the only person that came on live and told them nigga, man, fuck you, nigga. My nigga just don't die like that, man. You know, and he's supposed to been checked in with you niggas and all that type of shit. You know, that was Mike Prince. You remember when they was outside with Jazz Prince and Quavo was in the car with Jazz, and Mike Prince was like, yeah, we got to get a little straightening around here. That's why I think the old head did it, bro. I think the old head would have had the balls to do that shit. For them to come out and just holler DJ Pat, nah. DJ Pat way on the other side. I ain't gonna say way on the other side of the room, but where all the action was, DJ Pat was across the way. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't right there where Mike Prince was and Willie Bland and Quavo. You know, some people say that the go word for it was somebody gonna get hurt. Before I hurt somebody. From what my understanding was that when they went down there to Houston, they wanted Quavo and Takeoff to sign that paperwork, man, the mob ties. And Takeoff wasn't having that shit. He didn't like what he seen. He didn't like what was on that paper. You know, to be the youngest, Takeoff, he was the smartest. He was the backbone of that group. That's why they can't make a fucking song to this day. That's now one of them, Quavo or Offset. They can't make a fucking hit record to save their life because they don't have Takeoff writing for them. So when you ask the question, was it business or is it personal? I think a lot of this was business when it came down to Takeoff. I think a lot of it was about, you know, the signing to mob ties. It's funny how the ones that don't start no trouble, don't have a loud mouth, you know, not beefing with everybody in the industry, they get done wrong, man. And Takeoff was one of them young men, one of them young brothers that was done bad, man. He was done wrong, man. You know, we got to get some straightening going on. I found that to be quite interesting that, you know, nobody seemed to have showed any remorse or any type of responsibility for what happened to Takeoff. All you seen was lies, man. Lies. But let's see, let's go here. All right, quick, man. I still don't trust Quavo. I think Quavo knew. I really do. I really believe that. I really believe that Quavo knew. I believe he knew. I believe he knew, man.
Come on, we gotta go. We gotta go.
You know, a lot of the videos, the footage that we had is gone. A lot of it is gone, man. They didn't wipe it. They didn't wipe it clean, man. It's gone. But still to this day, man, I just feel let me put this on here right here. I just feel that all that shit about the dice game and this and that, you know, what was the cover up, man, when all in actuality, you know, this was set up. But this is what I want to show y'all. That's why I say you can call this nigga a piece of shit. You can call him whatever you want to call him. But Offset was the only person that said something to say to them niggas, man. Hold on. Here we go.
Speak on me and Tate relationship. I don't know you I don't know how me and my brother, nigga. You trying to clear your nigga. You this your fifth. You done did by my. You ain't think nigga speak on my real brother. How y'all nigga even speak on me and Tate relationship? I don't know you I don't know how me and my brother, nigga. You trying to clear your nigga. You this your fifth. You done did by my. You ain't think nigga speak on my.
Listen, man. Tony, say shit that be involved in Junior always chaotic and public. Yeah. And see, you know, anytime you with mob ties, J. Prince Jr., somebody gonna die. Let's just be honest. You gonna fucking die. See, we still haven't forgot about Duke the Jeweler. It's one of them cases that they done threw up under the rug and hopefully, you know, nobody, you know, brings it up, even talk about it, man. A lot of people say that Boosie knew, you know, or had a part to play in Duke. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, you gotta look at the type of nigga that Boosie is, man. Boosie, I know a lot of niggas that love their mama that do some shiesty shit, but I think Boosie got caught in a situation, you know, with them niggas from mob ties, and when Duke the Jeweler started winning all that fucking money, I mean, Boosie already knew what time it was with him. So you had Duke the Jeweler Takeoff, you know, get taken out by, you know, allegedly the Prince family less than a year apart, man. That's crazy work, bro. That's crazy work. Crazy fucking work. Now, I think Takeoff case supposed to be coming up, right? Hold on. Let me see, can I find this here with yeah, right here. Hold on. Show y'all something. Quavo's such a fucking sucker. So it'd be like Russian mobster son that stole John Wick. No shit. Look at this sucker here though, bro. He ain't said a word though, bro. That what kills me. He ain't said a word. And see, I think all this shit happened because Takeoff told him to go fuck themselves. He wasn't gonna sign that contract with Rap-A-Lot. I mean, yeah, with Mob Tide, with Dre Prince Jr. Hold on.
Yeah, we slide through the town, man. We slide through the town.
How we get down?
Got the birthday boy with me.
Yeah, also.
Yeah, we on the 5th. Yeah, the 5th ward. Like this motherfucker now. I got one for you now. Yeah, we slide through the town, man. We slide through the town.
You know what's interesting? That go the same heater that Willie Bland had, which was allegedly supposed to be their fucking security. But this is what trips me out, man. Now, Quavo and Jazz Prince together, right? Takeoff gone to do his own thing. Cause he like, man, I ain't fucking with these niggas, man. These niggas on probably some old other bullshit, want me to sign these papers and this and that type of shit. Quavo kicking it with Jazz. But at the end of the night, when they shooting dice and they all hanging out, Jazz gone. He nowhere to be in the picture. Why is that? That would have told me something right then and there. If I'm here kicking it with Jazz, and then all of a sudden we go to the bowling alley, Jazz ain't nowhere around. That's a problem, man. That's a problem. I just feel like it ain't gonna be no type of justice for Takeoff. Well, the simple fact that they are in Houston. The police already said that there was multiple, pistols up in there where they don't really know who could have hit Takeoff in the head. Hell, it could have been they so-called own security, their cousin, Willie Bland hit Takeoff, which I doubt it. But me personally, I feel that the nigga that was doing all the talking, which is Mike Prince, could have been. What up, Jalen?
What's up with him?
Oh man, chilling, man. Just sitting up here recapping on Takeoff because his case will be coming up shortly as well. DJ Pat case. And man, I just feel like Takeoff ain't gonna get no justice, bro.
Shit, did DJ Pat actually do it?
I don't think. Me personally, I don't think so, bro. I wasn't there, so I don't know.
From what I remember when there's been a minute since I reviewed the case and shit and all that, man. But it was the last story I remember. It was possibly getting hit with fire from your own side, trying to go back and forth with whoever they was shooting at on the other side.
You talking about Willie Bland? Willie Bland was on with the Migos would Takeoff and Quavo.
Yeah. So
yeah, Willie Bland was their cousin.
Was it his gun that was the one that fired off? And would he even be found guilty if it was a real, like if he was lawfully able to have a gun and they find out that, all right, somebody might have shot first and he was returning fire trying to protect himself in some type of way. And Takeoff just happened to, the shots fired, he didn't duck. He walked right into the line of fire.
Man, this is what puzzles me though, Jalen, that we know that the pistols were given to them from Mob Ties. We know that. Jay Prince said it himself. You know, he said it himself on 100 million. What would you call it? $1 million worth of game. He said it himself.
Worth of game.
Yeah, he said it himself. So my thing is that why would you even need pistols if you already secured by you know?
You ain't never secured by a nigga, man. We gotta understand that I can go anywhere. Let's just say I come down there to Omaha with you. Shit, you telling me you can protect me from every nigga in Omaha?
No, I'm gonna give you a heater. You come here, you're gonna definitely have a heater.
Exactly. So that's the thing, bro. Like, I can't promise you come fuck with me and out here in East Texas that you he probably more protecting you is in Dallas, let's be honest, man. Cause ain't much shit going on out here. But that's just because there's shit going on out here. It ain't because I can protect you from every nigga that's in East Texas, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I think this game goes. Like, they gave them guns or whatever because they knowing, like, hey, bro, like, we can't protect you if a rogue nigga out here in Houston decide that, hey, I want to get at you. Shit, he get the fire. You better hope that you ready to fire back or whatever it might be that you need to do. Because, you know what I'm saying? That's everybody out here to protect themselves for the most part, unless you got security. And you got security.
Yeah, I understand that. And yeah, Tony, you're right. You're gonna be strapped regardless. Cause I know if I come down there to Dallas, no Trig gonna make sure I'm straight. You know, my cousin's gonna make sure I'm straight. You know, my brother gonna make sure I'm straight. That's regardless. But I just feel like, man, it was just a whole bunch of unnecessary bullshit in those little clippings that we seen. It told a lot in the story to me. You know, honestly, you're not supposed to be a mega star like that and go down to another city, you with the big dogs, and you get into it with a crew like that where it results into gunfire. You know, I think that's the part that really, pisses me off or just fucks me up, you know, when it comes to this whole situation with Takeoff, man. You know, you don't supposed to get into it with these little niggas, man.
But and see, how much of that is like just understanding hood etiquette and hood conduct, bro? Like, cause me, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't much of a gambling nigga myself anyway. But I ain't gambling with no hood niggas. You know what I'm saying? I don't gamble with niggas, period. But I damn sure ain't gambling with no hood niggas and I ain't know it ain't no real hood spot. It was at the bowling alley and shit. But you're around a bunch of niggas that's trying to get you. If you the biggest bag at the dice game, bro, you already at a disadvantage.
You're a target. You're a target.
You're at a disadvantage, my nigga.
You're a target. Man, you know, bro, it's fucked up, man, because I fucked with the Amigos too, man. They had a couple cuts that I used to listen to, man. I used to like Takeoff verses and stuff, man, but I don't know, man. I don't know. A lot of people were saying that, you know, there was a discrepancy as far as them, you know, he didn't want to, you know, go into business with Mob Ties.
But when was that? Where was that ever going to be a thing yet?
Huh?
I didn't even have that even. That was even a discussion.
Well, yeah, that's just through the grapevine, from what I understood, man.
Yeah.
You know, like I say, that's allegedly. I can't say that it's 100% true, but yeah, man. Tony, you right. I ain't, like Jalen said too, he ain't hopping in no dice game with no out of town niggas. Like, even if I come to Dallas, man, I'm not shooting no dice with no niggas, man. Yeah, I don't give a fuck if Trig there. I don't give a fuck if my family there. I'm not doing that shit. I don't know them motherfucking niggas, bro.
Yeah, I could know them niggas, man. Cause I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. You gotta have your head on the swivel, my nigga. Let's just say, like I said, you the biggest bag at the dice game, bro. they trying to beat you out. And if they can't beat you out, if you collecting all the bag and then you thinking you just gonna walk up out of there, some of these niggas, man, they literally gambling, hoping they can keep the lights on for the week, dog. Like they might
That's
have
true.
like $200-$300
That's true. What up,
hoping the
Black
nigga
Wayne?
come up. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
true.
that's my thing.
That's true. And you know, like you say, man, you look at that table, man. All them niggas that were around them, man. All them niggas was old funk ass, you know, hood niggas, man. From you know over there in Houston, bro. Ain't no motherfucking way I would have been up there doing all that shit, man. You know, sitting up there gambling with these niggas, man. And then you know, word is on the street, man, that you know, Junior and them had you know trick dice and shit on the table. You know that they was known for having you know faulty dice games and shit, man.
But see, the thing is that I mean, when it comes down to it, that's on Quavo, bro. I still put it all on Quavo, bro, because Quavo the one gambling, bro. That's your little nephew, cousin, whatever it was, nigga, that he was to you, nigga. He ain't even gambling, bro. Like he shouldn't even be. Like you should know, like shit starting to get shaky, bro. And instead of saying, shit like I'ma hurt a nigga in this bitch, or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
that
yeah.
Quavo said that help escalate shit. Cause bro, like I say at the end of the day, nigga, like you could have lost your money and kept it pushing, bro. You know what I'm saying? You the
What that
Migo.
nigga say? He said, man, let me get up out of here if I hurt one of these niggas.
Yeah,
If
some
I
shit
hurt
like
somebody.
that.
Yeah.
That escalate shit, bro. And you know
Hell
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
You ain't gonna tell no hood nigga you gonna hurt a motherfucker, you know.
So it
You
ain't
know.
really Takeoff. It ain't really Takeoff fault or nothing. And I don't know if it's really the niggas in Houston fault, bro. I think it's the nigga who, you know what I'm saying, is in a mix with niggas and not understanding like certain cues can lead to escalation that you don't want as a star, a artist that, you know what I'm saying, you really shouldn't even be around these niggas doing this shit in the first place. Like if it ain't no partying, it ain't no, and I honestly, if I'm a celebrity like rapper type nigga, if I'm not getting paid to be there, bro, I don't need to be there. In my opinion, fuck the club at this point.
Facts. Yeah, man. It you know, Jalen, bro. It's a lot of times, man, where we put ourselves. I'm just saying we collectively, not saying us per se, but man, we put ourselves in situations that we have no business in. You know, we gotta show that we can roll these dice. We gotta show that we got money. We gonna go buy the biggest rims, or you know the baddest car, or the biggest chain, or you know shit like that, man. You know, motherfucker to rob you. You know what I'm saying, for your car, your chain, you know, your watch, whatever, man. Just because. You know, they may be doing bad, or motherfucker just do it just because. This is what they do. I remember I had a homeboy that I grew up with. That was his occupation, robbing. He robbed niggas for a living. No doubt, Tony. No doubt. There's some youngster type. Yeah. It was a lot of niggas up here in Omaha, you know, getting jacked for their cars and shit, or you know, they beats and shit. Nigga catch them slipping, walking to their car to the club, man, and hem them up, man, and take their car and go rip rip that motherfucker apart, man. You know, take everything up out of there, bro. Just dumb shit like that, bro.
Yeah, man. Like I say, the hood full of broke niggas, man. And even the niggas that's making money, bro, they only can hope to make money like some of these rappers. Not all of them, because of course a lot of these rappers broke too. But you know what I'm saying? Like some of these rappers, man, and Amigos is one of them things. One of them.
They had money.
I ain't gonna just say they had. We believe they had money. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I think they had money.
Yeah, I will assume they had money. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is that they represent a certain thing, man. They came in the game talking Versace. They come in the game talking brick, talking, you know what I'm saying? Trapping, young niggas trapping like that. So, you know what I'm saying? They should have known, like, all right, I'm dealing with some niggas, you know what I'm saying, who ain't really got it like that, bro, or who got it, but who ain't got it on the level that I got it. I can only gamble so much with these niggas. I can only talk so much shit with these niggas. I ain't surrounded by niggas in my element on the north side of Atlanta. I'm dealing with niggas in the south side of Houston type shit, or but maybe we in downtown Houston, but these might be niggas from the south side or maybe from the north side, whatever, nigga. But you know what I'm saying? They are from a different element than me. And to them, they all know each other. They all fuck with each other, maybe. You know what I'm saying? We the outsiders, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's a certain thing you just don't do, bro. You don't put yourself in a mix with these outside niggas, bro, and let yourself be vulnerable like that, especially when you got a nigga who just back in the cut, who's chilling, bro, who ain't really probably even trying to be involved in none of that shit. And probably in Takeoff mind, he was like, shit, once we was done with the club appearance or the party part of the shit, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go get on some hoes or
Yeah.
whatever that Takeoff do in his spare time, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's with Quavo as being an older nigga and supposed to be like the uncle and shit in this whole situation. You gotta
Yeah,
make
man.
decisions, my nigga.
Sad situation, bro. You know, gone too soon, bro. You know, off some bullshit, man. You know, and that's why I say, man, you know, you gotta watch. You know, even at my age, man, I still watch. You know, niggas who I hang around or you know who I'm around. You know what I'm saying? Cause I like say, for instance, bro, if you got a partner that just stay fucked up all the time, he drunk in the club, he's staggering every fucking way he go, this and that there. You can't go out and kick it with this nigga because this nigga ain't on his P's and Q's. He gonna get all you motherfuckers killed. You know what I'm saying? He can be doing some dumb shit. You can't do that shit.
But right now, like I say, man, it's hard to say how this case gonna turn out because right now it ain't looking good, man. Like as far as like with the shit they were saying before, like I don't know what's what all the recent developments are. So if it's something else that done came out since we like back when me and Fam talked about it way back, like shit, I don't really know what's going on now. But to me, it's just like a lot of these other cases, bro. When niggas die, and you see that. Like a Fulio case, man, boom, they get right to the business on that case.
They did that, man.
Oh, they get right to the business on that case. You know what I'm saying? You ain't seeing that shit happening with a Mo 3. You ain't seeing that shit happening with a Takeoff. You ain't seeing that shit happening
what
with
do you
a
think that is, Jalen?
Shit, man.
Is it money?
It could be money. It could be politics behind it. Like in 3 cases, I think it's a lot of the shit that he might have been doing in the city. For the Houston and Takeoff situation, it might be that they don't have concrete evidence on what's happening, but you know what I'm saying? Supposedly the DJ Pat nigga was trying to run up out of the country, right? Remember that shit that they were saying? They were saying he was trying to go to Mexico or some bullshit like that. Y'all remember that shit?
Yeah, yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit make a nigga look guilty, but at the same time, if that's the only thing you got on the nigga, if the shells don't match, shit like that, man, you start questioning, man, do we really got a case on this nigga? Can we get him to plea out? And if he a smart nigga, he ain't pleading out. He know he ain't got no concrete evidence on him. So you know what I'm saying? He like Mr. Biggs, man, take that shit to trial, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, dog. Like I say, when it come down to it, you would think that a nigga like Takeoff, you would easily get justice for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this is be a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is going down type shit. But I don't know, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
It's gonna be interesting to see, man. It's gonna be interesting to see, you know, how this shit play out. But man, I'm telling you, man, you know, bro, it just fucked up, man. You know, like I say, you know, you make it to that level, man, and then, you know, you get out the game, man, on some bullshit, bro.
Yeah.
On some bullshit, man. You know, I don't know, bro. I just think, I don't know, bro.
We gotta get out. We gotta get out. Like the comment saying, man, you gotta get out the mix, bro. Like if you a rich nigga, bro, man, honestly, fool. Like if you like to gamble, bro, you could throw your own gambling parties and hey, niggas got to check straps. Got to get checked at the door. You can't come up in the crib with a strap. You know what I'm saying? You can't even come on my compound with the strap. Let's just say we got a state or whatever. I decide to rent out a venue. Yeah, man, you better keep that bitch in the car, nigga. Cause I'm gonna turn you around, nigga. Hold on, nigga. We ain't bringing no straps up in this bitch, but we got armed security at the door, type shit. Like,
Right.
ain't doing business and moving like that. Like, this is the mob ties, right? So the mob supposed to move like the mob, nigga. When they ain't moving like the mob for real, when they moving like petty gangsters, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's time to hang that shit up. You know what I'm saying? I've been very critical on Jay Prince Jr. and shit, but some things you gotta, you know, some things just instilled in you, bro. Some things ain't on you, it's in you. And maybe these niggas just don't care. Maybe like they really maybe like Jay Prince Jr. is like his daddy in a certain instance where, hey, like we take chains and then we help you find them hoes back, nigga, type shit. Or we
Yeah.
niggas, and then we, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, you good as long as you pay that little fee. Ain't nobody else gonna extort you. I'm just gonna extort you, type shit. So I don't know what it is. I don't know what was happening with that whole situation. Was it a setup or not? Was Duke the Jeweler a setup or not? I don't know, man. But all I can say is that niggas gotta move better and niggas gotta move smarter, bro, out here, bro. Cause when you coming out of abject poverty, bro, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these niggas around you not too far from poverty, bro. A lot of these niggas, even if they $1 million niggas, bro, they living check to check, bro. So you know what I'm saying? If
Yeah.
they don't get the next end, if they show money don't start, they start showing slowing up or whatever, or if they don't go out there in that studio and get it in every couple months or whatever, they money dry up, and then what's up, bro? You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying, bro.
I dig it.
Or like the hood niggas around them, if they not getting paid to go and him up the next nigga, or you know what I'm saying, make sure shit straight in the spot or whatever, nigga, they start looking at the niggas that's around, nigga. Oh, this rapper right here, I don't even think he a real street nigga like that. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Now they want to press the nigga and all that shit like that. Like, I just say like mob ties, nigga, you know what I'm saying? If you gonna have artists around you, you gotta make sure that your artists that's
Are
right. They
protected.
money makers. They protected. They supposed to be protected regardless. All the money supposed to be protected regardless, bro. Cause if let's say I'm extorting these niggas, I damn sure don't want them to die. Now I can't extort them no more, nigga. Like, this just don't make sense, bro. So I don't know, bro.
Right. So I say, man, yeah, salute to them niggas, man. Rest in peace, Takeoff, man. And like I said, we're gonna see if you know what happens with this case. I talked about this on my live earlier for a little moment, man. Justice Department announces nearly 1.8 billion fund to compensate Trump allies in a deal to drop IRS suit. The administration announced on Monday that the creation is nearly 1.8 billion fund to compensate allies of the Republican president who believe they have been unjustly investigated and prosecuted. An arrangement that Democrats and government watchdogs deride as corrupt and unconstitutional. The lawsuit against Donald Trump over the leak of his tax returns, it will allow people who believe they were targeted for prosecution for political purposes, including by the Biden administration, to apply for payouts, creating what acting Attorney General Todd Blanche called a lawful process for victims of lawfare and weaponization to be heard and seek redress. Now, we can't even get motherfucking reparations. And you mean to tell me if this shit happened, Jalen, that they give these insurrectionists, they give these white boys a payout over 1.7, 1.8 billion dollars? That means all them people out there that was there that got locked up will get over $1 million, bro. Close to $1 million or at $1 million, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's about like 1,000 people, 1,500. I want to say it was close to about 1,500 people that got arrested and got pardoned. So
And got pardoned. That's over $1 million you talking about getting these motherfuckers. But black people don't deserve no reparations, or it ain't no money. We can't find no money to give black folks reparations, man.
shit,
Dude.
Hey, y'all niggas been voting, right? Shit.
Hey, man.
Hey, y'all been voting for Democrats for how long, nigga? Yeah. Why them niggas ain't thought about, hey, it's like, let's just even take it outside of reparations for anything else but like some recent shit. Man, 2020, how many motherfuckers getting fucked up? Nigga out here on the streets and shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas getting locked up and shit, called terrorists. Meanwhile, them white folks out there protesting, wearing masks and not having shit happen to them, right? You know what I'm saying? They could have been like, hey, what was that? Biden. Biden could have been like, you know what? We gonna pay them people reparations for having to go to jail and shit and doing all that. But they don't never think of them shit like that for us, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I honestly feel like niggas and reparations, man, unless you finna go fight, shoot, steal, kill for that shit, bro, you might well give that shit up, dog. Which is my opinion, dog. It's just my opinion, dog.
Well, Jalen, I hate to say it though, bro. I understand your point. I get your point. I understand it, bro. I understand it. And like I say, the only reason I go vote, bro, is because the ancestors and our elders before me, you know, they did some things that I you know, I gotta uphold to, man. Now, what amazes me is that these motherfuckers were convicted, tried. I think about 4 or 5 police officers died that day out there. You had a lot of people got hurt out there.
They didn't die out there that day. You know what I'm saying? You had some that died from complications of some shit after that. Like, I don't know if they believed that it was some compressions of the chest or the nigga just randomly had a heart attack. The one officer, I think like 2 officers committed suicide, if I'm not mistaken. Shit like that. But they didn't die as a result of the shit happening, though. Thing that I will say.
But that shit still is amazing, bro. If they can find $1.7 billion to get these motherfuckers over $1 million a piece, and we out here, man, our ancestors been fucked up for years and still to this date, and a motherfucker can't get a motherfucking thing from this government. Shit is beyond me, bro.
And my thing is, let's go because, like I say, reparations. I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like it's a far-fetched thing that we keep reaching for that I think that niggas is never gonna get. But it just goes to something they promised recently, and they promised it to all these Americans out here, right? The Doge check or the tariff refund check, right? You know
that's it, yeah.
That they promised recently, you know what I'm saying? That we've already seen, like the fact that refund, I mean the refund checks on tariffs is going back to businesses because they was taking them unlawfully, unconstitutionally. Or the Doge checks, we seeing that all that money, you know what I'm saying, they was really just selling that shit, you know what I'm saying, to these other niggas to get information, you know what I'm saying, to different businesses, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that, bro. Like, so it really wasn't even that they gonna get us none of this shit, bro. Like, we done seen that 2 different occasions where they said they promised us money, bro, some kind of stimulus or some kind of anything. Those are not gonna come out. Them not gonna actually end up happening. Those not coming to fruition, bro, at all. So in my opinion, it's like, if this do come into fruition, they let you know that the money could happen, that promises can be kept. But the thing is that obviously you got to have a certain, not only just a complexion for the protection, but you got to have a certain ideology that aligns with the president and the administration that we have in control right now, bro. You got to be willing to go and tear shit up for the president type shit, bro. And those are the type of niggas that today he gonna, you know what I'm saying, bless their game. You know, so you gotta damn near be ready to go do time, nigga, because there's no promise that these niggas would have ever got this, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's no promise that Donald Trump would have got back in office for sure. You know what I'm saying? Until he got shot in that ear. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? If these things, you know what I'm saying, are happening right now, they let you know that, you know what I'm saying? These niggas make the rules, bro. We can tell you what because ain't nobody vote for this shit, bro, right? Even the right wingers didn't vote, but these niggas to get out and get millions of dollars, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be honest, bro. They didn't vote for that shit, bro.
No, Trump just said this shit gonna happen.
Trump said he'll get them niggas off. He ain't never say I'm gonna pay them niggas money and reparations. He said something about paying white folks reparations for all the DEI and shit like that. So if that happens too, just be on the lookout, like, cause nigga, I ain't no telling what could happen if he decide all right, we gonna pay these niggas that literally tried to run a coup on the government millions of dollars, bro. You know what I'm saying? That mean anything in this administration can happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? But black people thinking that they're gonna get reparations, that's the one impossible. That's the one thing that's fucking possible, nigga. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And I was
that'll never happen. And you know what's crazy? Man, we've been hearing about that shit ever since Tupac.
Yeah, reparations been a conversation since I was a baby, man. I'm sure before I was a baby, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is that nigga, hell, don't nobody, bro, when they talk about reparations, it becomes a personal debt that people feel like, nah, why do I gotta pay for some shit that I ain't never did nothing to nobody? Like, as long as you got many white people that feel like they gotta personally come off the damn reparations themselves, oh man, I gotta pay these niggas some money for some shit that they ain't even did. You know what I'm saying? We gonna always be going through this shit, bro. Cause in their mind, bro, they convince white people that reparations for niggas means white people have to like give up their house and their cars and their money and shit and give it to niggas, bro. That's why it'll never happen, bro. Cause you got too many people that look at it as if, you know what I'm saying, black people getting a handout for some shit. Not that we getting restored for past atrocities that have happened to us, and that's just a repayment for what done happened. You know what I'm saying? And
But that kills me because everybody else got reparations, man. Everybody. Or some type of hate crime bill or, something. Everybody got something but black folks.
But see, you got to understand the shit that happened in America, bro. Like the people that got reparations in America, they ain't never just gave millions of people reparations in America. You know what I'm saying? Because they knew they can't afford that shit, bro. They always end up going. They'll do it like for a small group of people that may qualify. Like they don't make it easy to even qualify for the shit that they gave people here in America. Like the Japanese, every Japanese American couldn't get that reparations that they got here in America, bro. This is real facts. And the same with like who else was it, man? That they gave reparations to here in America.
The Indians, motherfucker.
The Indians ain't getting no reparations for real. That shit, them niggas don't own the land they own. Just because they were on a reservation don't mean they own that shit. That's still federal land. They just borrow that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't get taxed and they might get free education if they decide to go to college. But they also put them in pockets of land where they subject to worse poverty than we are, and then fill they neighborhoods up with the same liquor, guns, all that shit that they put in our neighborhood. So, and you see how they doing, bro. Them niggas is literally.
So I guess, man, what it all boils down to is that, bro, with everything that's going on, man, do you feel that we gonna be in for a fight, coming up dealing with the Trump administration?
Man, that was what I was telling y'all before the nigga got in office, man. There was gonna be a fight, and it wasn't gonna be nothing that they were gonna give us whatsoever, bro. They're not giving Black Americans shit, bro. And that's why I say, like me, because people always get me wrong when I say this shit, bro. It ain't that I feel like just voting don't matter, but voting by itself is definitely like dead, bro. It's dead, bro. You gotta hold these motherfuckers accountable, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because think about all the Louisiana, 33% black, bro. They should have been demanding for years, even though I know they've been demanding, but they should have been something that were, you know what I'm saying, they was holding people accountable for not having a second district that was a majority black, or not having an equal representation of majority black, you know what I'm saying? Or even if they had white people over their district, black people should have been at them damn offices every day, like, hey, bro, my street still fucked up, my school still fucked up, you know what I'm saying? The property value around here, we trying to bring it up, but y'all keep giving us obstacles to keep bringing our shit down, bro. Like, nah, we tired of this shit. We need
them motherfuckers they don't give a fuck, Jalen, bro. Like I said, I grew up in that motherfucker. I spent 20 years in that motherfucker, right? And the thing about it is, though, man, it's like when I go home now, Jalen, bro, I be in disgust, man. When I go to Monroe, I be in disgust like a motherfucker. my eyes, I'd be like, man, I can't believe I'm looking at the shit that I'm looking at, man. Like the whole city, bro, just fucking torn down. The only fucking good parts of my city is the college campus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's it, bro. I mean, you got motherfuckers that got big ass houses on the bayou and you know, different parts out there in North Monroe, Louisiana. But other than that, man, you start going to like the south side or the east side of Monroe, man. Boy, it just looked like hell that ran through that bitch, bro.
Yeah.
You see all these little niggas riding up thugging. Houses ran down, shotgun houses still standing on by the chin and chin chin. I mean, it just fucked up, man. So, you know, I go home. You know, one of the things I'm gonna do, shit, I'm gonna either take me a walk through the hood or either I'm gonna take a drive through the hood, right? So I'm you know, driving through the hood, man. I see a nigga I grew up with, man. And man, it damn that just brought tears to my eyes, bro, because, you know, the sin sprung out like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, damn. You know, thinking like, man, this is a nigga that, you know, nigga was kicking it with. You know, we fought niggas together and all this type of shit, bro. And you see this motherfucker out there, man. You know, ain't a motherfucking creature on the street, but this nigga here, man. You know, 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. You know, and you see this type of shit, bro. I mean, bro, it just, I don't know, bro. It's just like, man, I think motherfuckers are just still hopeless, man. They have no hope about nothing.
But
You
see, I
know,
think the hopelessness is because nigga, man, as niggas, bro, we always think shit is an individual fight, bro. It's like if I can get myself into better circumstances, if you know what I'm saying, me and mine's is straight, I'm straight. Man, we have to be a collective, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's where niggas will always fail because you know what I'm saying. The one thing that we need for our community to thrive, they have conditioned us to believe that that is not necessary. That we don't need that shit. We don't need community. We don't need unity. We don't need these things. We don't need to believe that the black man is supposed to be brothers and shit like that amongst each
fact.
other and shit like that. So until we get that mindset straight, bro, like, and that's the reason why, man, I ain't gonna even be bringing it up. But I'm just saying, like, that's just the reason why I say certain shit, bro, and I have certain criticisms towards certain people, bro. Like, why am I gonna vote? And you know what I'm saying? Half the niggas is starting to move like they not even on code, bro. Like men in particular are moving further to the right in the black community. It's a small percentage still, but it's
Yeah.
still men moving over there further to the right. You don't see a lot of black women out there talking
No,
about
women gonna be, yeah, black women ain't doing that.
yeah, that's black men doing all that goof ass shit, bro.
Yeah,
Acting like
no
President
doubt.
Trump did something for us, bro. So you know what I'm saying? And all the nigga got to do is just make some promises. Like the actual tangible shit never has to come. So, but
Right,
then we'll
right.
turn around and say, "Well, what the Democrats need to do," and don't get me wrong, I get that argument because I'm looking at what the Democrats doing. I'm saying, hey, they not really giving y'all niggas shit either, bro. But at least I can say, man, that's the better option. And we can't even get that up. I can't even get that to that agreement. Like, hey, man, it's the better option at least out of all these choices, bro. I can get why my ancestors, because let's be real, our ancestors put us in the house with the Democrat Party, bro. I grew up, my parents were both Democrat. Before
Yep.
them, they were both Democrat. So it ain't like a nigga like I knew anything other than that, nigga. You know what I'm saying? As my own child growing up, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? It's a reason for that, bro. As much as we can say they ain't doing this and they ain't doing that, they did something at a point in time when it was really crucial, nigga. And niggas needed that shit, nigga. They did that, bro. So and the same people that we saying let's go vote for, they the ones that's trying to roll that shit back. They the ones saying, nah, man, black people having equal rights is racist, bro. Y'all niggas is tripping, fool. We don't bro. We need to go back to colorblind legislation. Well, hold on, nigga. When y'all said the shit was colorblind, it seemed like it was only white, you know what I'm saying? Oh, black blind. Let's just say that. It was black blind. It was the whole time. It was making sure we didn't see y'all niggas over there. Hold on. No. Let's make sure these white people house is straight. Let's make sure these white people households is straight. And that's why I say, like, we can blame shit like welfare and all that shit like that. But if welfare was really the problem, then it would break up white households and Mexican households and all these other households as well, bro. But it's not,
Hey,
nigga.
check this out, though, bro. Check this out. Y'all check this out. I don't know if y'all watch this shit, but let me read Tony comment. Say we have to be in for a fight. We can't set the tone that this okay and leave this for our kids. They ain't giving us nothing. Facts. Check this out, though, bro. I don't know if y'all watched this episode, but I think this was above Cam Newton's motherfucking head. He didn't know what the fuck to say.
Yeah.
Let's go.
If you go back and look at Martin Luther King, and it's online, the speech that he was going to do at his church, that the week that he died, you would have thought that was Malcolm X. Martin Luther King was sick of getting his ass beat on. He wanted to be about finances. He was talking about some of the things that were going on in the war that nobody dared to speak about. That was the reason why they killed that man. But the version of Martin Luther King that black people love, I don't think Martin Luther King liked him when he died.
You agree with that, Jalen?
Yeah, I'm most 100% agree. It's the reason why he said that I'm leading my people into a burning building. And people love to quote that shit, but they don't like to quote the fact that Martin Luther King politics was totally different and Malcolm X's politics was totally different. See,
at first.
No, I'm talking about Malcolm X politics was different from his beginning. Like in the beginning,
Okay, yeah.
This ass nigga, he ain't fuck with no white folks, bro. Man, he fucked with King, but he was like, man, King, you look too docile, you kind of look goofy, nigga. And by the end, bro, them niggas was having meetings, bro. You niggas was talking to each other, bro. You know what I'm saying? And shit, like I said, that nigga went to Mecca and was like, man, you know what? We can deal with white folks as long as these niggas ain't no hoe ass niggas, bro. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, Martin Luther King was like, hey, man, fuck all the shit. We shall overcome shit and getting out here and getting our ass whooped. Man, let's start going and meeting up at Congress. Let's go hit these Congress people and be like, hey, nigga, we need this right here or we're not going to vote. And let's go to our local business and be like, we need this right here or we're not coming in that bitch, bro, type shit, bro. He was more about integrating white folks into black society by the time he got to the end of his life, as opposed to black people integrating into white society, bro. And I think that's where we failed in integration. If we gonna talk integration, bro, it should have been white folks need to be coming to our shit.
Yeah.
The black need to be getting white patrons, not all the black patrons leave the black business and go to the white business, bro. You know what I'm saying? But we see niggas in their mind, we already programmed to believe that the white shit was better, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the white shit was only better because the government made it better. They put all
they got all the handouts. They got all the handouts.
Yes, exactly. They can't fail because if they do fail, here come government, Big Daddy government to pay them off. But then they're going to tell you a welfare queen and welfare king and all that shit like that. Bro, boy, fuck these people, bro. That's why I say ain't nothing wrong with welfare at all, bro. These billionaires are made off of government contracts now. These niggas
all
ain't
day.
made off of that. Oh, we paying them all this money and they getting all this money from all of us. Nigga, no, they not. They getting money from the fucking government, nigga. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Hold on, let's keep going.
Died. If they could separate themselves, he wouldn't like that dude.
But how? That's heavy.
But it's the truth.
But how?
He told Harry Belafonte, I think I have integrated my people into a burning house. That's basically telling Harry Belafonte everything that I built my life on is a lie. He said that. David Banner didn't say that. And I think if you ask his kids, they would tell you that. It's just harsh to realize that we've been duped, bro. That's the hardest thing when it comes to food, history, bro. If it ain't mathematics or science, in most cases, these people then lied to us. And that's hard to admit that we went down the wrong road, bro.
So I'm trying to separate.
So I just wanted to say this too, right quick. I remember, man, this had to be 1999, maybe 98, maybe the fall of 98. Yeah, it was the fall of 98. My bad, it was the fall of 98. And I remember driving around in Jackson, and I came up on a whole group of niggas, man. They was outside on Wood Street, and I seen the camera out there, this and that, a whole bunch of group of niggas. And come to find out it was David Banner, man. This was before all the fame and shit, right? For that first album. And man, when I tell you, man, David Banner always been like this, bro. You know, he wasn't that educated back in 98, but you know, he was still on this type of time. And I remember driving through that video shoot, man. And I got out the car. And I'm just looking at these motherfuckers out there, you know, and listening to the music. Never heard of David Banner in my life. And man, I fell in love with the music, bro. I can still go back and listen to David Banner's first album, and that bitch still flaming. If y'all ever get a chance, go back and listen to that first album David Banner put out. Mississippi, I think Born, some Life in Mississippi, Born, some shit like that. But man, it's some gems in that fucking album. But I just wanted to say that, man. I remember meeting him back in 98. But Cam is fucked up right now. He don't know what to fucking say.
I mean,
He don't have a clue what to say.
Cam is a muscle head, bro. Like Cam is one of them niggas, bro, that life can't easy to this nigga, bro. Life can't easy, even though like it's like, you know, life harder for him than it is for like a damn white guy or some shit, like a nice size white guy, nice looking white guy, build and all that shit. Same kind of shit that Cam would have. You know what I'm saying? The white guy gonna have it better off, but him being this big black guy, you know what I'm saying, considerably handsome to most people out there. I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying, don't have me on no other shit, y'all.
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? That type of shit, bro. He is, nigga, people are getting, he's a world star athlete, bro. They handing the motherfucking red carpet out to him because he's gonna be the guy that influenced the rest of us, bro. Cam is a part of the problem, but David was at a point in time too, just being that they're artists, and when they give us, when they highlight shit about these niggas, it's always gonna be the hood aesthetics, it's gonna be the flamboyance, it's gonna be all this other shit, or it's gonna be like Cam being a nigga on football. We pay attention and watch, so we ain't watching the news when the crazy strike happened over here, or some crazy policy just got passed over here. You know what I'm saying? Like these entertainers, that's why if you listen to niggas like Malcolm X and shit, man, they tell you, man, like they always will prop up the entertainers to be the motherfucking niggas you should listen to on political thought and all that shit when it comes to our community. But when it comes to the other people communities and shit like that, man, that's never a thought. It's never a thought that these niggas, because they have the real representation in fucking Congress, nigga, like in all these different branches of government, bro. They have their voice being heard on all sides of the spectrum. But when it comes to niggas, bro, you know what I'm saying? We been fighting to get the little crumbs that we gained back in Reconstruction, bro. Like we still haven't matched Reconstruction level, and it was literally right after slavery. So that should tell you something about, you know what I'm saying, how America tries to hinder and hold back, you know what I'm saying, our political power and thought. And it all starts with what they put in front of us as things that we should grow off of and build up off of. You know what I'm saying? Like we thought blaxploitation was like a liberating experience when it first came out, and it wasn't nothing but images of us being pimps and pushers and junkies.
Yeah, Dolomite and shit.
You know what I'm saying? We wasn't some criminal that was either a pimp or a drug dealer, then we was motherfucking junkie. You know what I'm saying? But we wasn't never nothing, you know what I'm saying, great. It wasn't like businessman Charlie.
Nah, well, that's what Cosby tried to do. You know,
yeah, when he tried to do it, and he actually was successful in it. But the thing is, he didn't try to build the bridge for the hood niggas to see that shit was accessible. You can come here. You know what I'm saying? He was like, fuck that. You need to, you know what I'm saying, move like me, or you just a nigga, pretty much, in his mind. And he was damn near as much of a white supremacist as the, you know what I'm saying, damn white supremacist. And I ain't gonna lie, he made some documentaries back in the day. Like, he was one of the ones trying to expose white supremacy. So I'm not gonna sit here and act like Bill didn't have a contribution to trying to enlighten niggas, but it was just his attitude, bro. Like, you
they say Bill was a motherfucker, man.
Yeah, you shouldn't just shun niggas, bro. Like, if you can shun niggas that you know ain't gonna get the message, but you don't shun the group as a whole. You know what I'm saying? These youngsters ain't this and these youngsters ain't that. And that's why I feel like we all fail, bro, as older niggas, bro. And I ain't that old, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting there, you know what I'm saying? But when we start doing that shit, bro, when we start acting like we can't help these niggas, bro, like we can't do nothing with these niggas, bro, then we already losing in the battle, bro, to these niggas, bro. Like, cause now these little niggas growing up with no guidance, nigga, cause they hearing that nigga, they can't nobody do nothing with us.
It's been that way for the last fucking 25 years, but let's keep going.
That's the hardest thing when it comes to food, history, bro. If it ain't mathematics or science, in most cases, these people then lied to us. And that's hard to admit that we went down the wrong road, bro.
So I'm trying to separate because I'm trying to follow. And specifically to Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King. The version that is in front of us, the propaganda that we see in schools and in Black History Months and the I Have a Dream and the monuments and how great Martin Luther King was and what he stood for. You're saying that it's a lie?
What I am saying is, boy, here go all them endorsements, Regina. Regina said, No, bro, like, integration was the worst thing that ever happened to Black people. Being enslaved is just losing a war. Like, once we integrated,
Man, have you ever been locked in on
Fucking commercial pops in. I wonder why. But he said that integration was the worst thing that ever happened to Black folks, and being enslaved was just losing a war. I think I said that like you said it.
You can say that in a lot of ways, but that's why I say, because people try to make it seem like, bro, like just niggas just you know what I'm saying, like, bro, we was not. I ain't gonna say we. I don't know. That a lot of y'all niggas. No, I'm not from Africa or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But niggas was not. You know what I'm saying? A monolith at a point in time that they captured us, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Wherever they captured you at, nigga, whether it was over here or not, nigga, tribes over here weren't united, and tribes over there wasn't united. So if you get captured by one tribe, a nigga trying to make some money, them niggas, man, they got some nice little guns and shit. They got whiskey, they got all this type of shit like that. Yeah, I trade this nigga. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's just some. You know what I'm saying? He or whatever, bro. I'm Cherokee. He Seminole or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Get that motherfucker. Yeah, take that nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing. We gotta realize when when they got to us, bro. You know what I'm saying? We was already we were not a unified group. We didn't have the concept of Black. We didn't know nothing about that, bro. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know nothing about being unified under a certain, you know what I'm saying, set of principles and shit like that. We were, you know what I'm saying, having our own natural wars and conflicts, and they came and exploited that shit
amongst each other.
Yeah. And when these niggas exploited that shit, they even got to the point the people that they were working with. Like, if you ever just pay attention to the niggas they were working, like the homie and all them tribes, they started taking those people as well. And then them niggas started turning against them and started trying to fight back. You know what I'm saying? But you had other countries like, you know, like the kingdom in Ethiopia, you know what I'm saying, that would help them too. And then they end up getting turned on as well. You know what I'm saying? But they was like helping them for a little bit longer than the other tribes. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people
say integration on their term was the worst. You gonna give me integration with Jim Crow? Hell no. I feel you on that.
See, Jim Crow was, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, it wasn't technically Jim Crow anymore. You know what I'm saying? It was just identity politics and dog whistle politics and shit. You know what I'm saying? Once integration happened, because you know what I'm saying, you can fight that shit federally and you can see some progress winning. You know what I'm saying? You see niggas winning, you know what I'm saying, with federal lawsuits and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So they couldn't just necessarily be like, we can't keep niggas, we gotta keep niggas out of here and there and third. The thing they do, they just, you know what I'm saying, change the criteria. All right. You know, just look at what niggas is failing at right now, and let's make it where this you can't get over here without having these type of criteria. Now you gotta uphold that shit. We gonna make sure your school's fucked up. We gonna make sure that your community fucked up.
All that.
We gonna put the drugs into your community, so that way, you know what I'm saying, it keep you, you know what I'm saying, confused and it's like pretty much sedated to a certain degree.
Do you remember that movie Lean on Me?
Yeah.
That's how my high school was, Jalen. Carroll High School. That
Yeah.
bitch like Lean on Me, bro. I swear to God, y'all. Carroll High School, Monroe, Louisiana. Man, that motherfucker was off the chain like that, bro. We had one white girl that went there. Her name was Jonelle Good. Nigga, I still remember that white girl name. You know what I'm saying? Her name was Jonelle Good, bro. And when I tell you, man, I have seen in that fucking school where salute to my nigga Ascari, man. He got into it with a nigga, man, caught the nigga in woodwork. Pistol hit the nigga with the pistol, cocked the motherfucking pistol on him right in woodwork while he was on the floor, pointed it dead at his motherfucking head, man. This is the type of bullshit that I seen growing up in my fucking high school in Louisiana. You know, just bullshit like that. So when you talk about being traumatized, seeing all this shit that give you PSD and all that type, man. Yeah, we grew up with that type of shit, bro.
Yeah.
Which ain't good at all.
Yeah. And see, that make you more on guard around your own people because you seeing your people doing all the crazy shit.
Acting like animals. Yeah.
And all your people doing all the crazy shit. You ain't really seeing the white people that's putting this shit into play like this. You know what I'm saying? Because it's still a part of our choice, bro. It's still part of our choice, man. Black people make some bad choices, bro. You know what I'm saying? We the ones that decided because integration happened to stop doing stop supporting black businesses, stop having the black businesses. Like a lot of black businesses.
Well, you go back to what you said at first though, Jalen, that he made it to where Martin Luther King made it to where he wanted us to go join them motherfuckers instead of them joining us.
See, but you know what I'm saying? Everybody wasn't with Martin Luther King then, and like I say, we say the ancestors was, you know what I'm saying, turn the other cheek. No, they wasn't. There was plenty of niggas all the way up until the very like even past that shit that was always revolutionary, that was willing to fight. And like how you think that them niggas was able to go through a lot of that shit in the South and not get just straight up killed? Because this nigga trying to kill them too.
Yeah. Some niggas were fighting back and shit.
You had a lot of different people, you know what I'm saying? The Deacons is the most famous motherfuckers I know, you know what I'm saying, that was, you know what I'm saying, around that time before the Black Panthers and shit, that was out there with guns, nigga, regular niggas. Most of them was, you know what I'm saying, in the church. And that's why you can't, I say them niggas trying to act like the church, the black church isn't almost synonymous with fighting oppression, bro. Man, you can't tell me that's not a thing, bro, because that was most of the black church all the way up until, you know what I'm saying, about the 70s and shit, when prosperity gospel started coming in and shit like that.
Boy. Yeah, let's keep going though. Let's keep going.
When you start with simple.
My bad, commercial break here, man. Yeah, they put that commercial there right when David Banner was finna start talking about that shit. So that was kind of weird to me why they'll put that commercial.
Man, we gotta sell shit still, man. It's all about selling something.
Oh shit! All right, here we go.
We integrated. We thwarted the opportunity.
Hold on. All right, here we go.
Like once we integrated, we thwarted the opportunity to teach our own children. We don't have no options on what we teach black kids in public schools. Think about this, y'all. In a lot of public schools, in a lot of colleges, they tell black men that they can't wear locks. Or natural hair. Dog, do you see that they say they can do anything to meet that they want to, put anything they want to without telling you the truth about it? Think about right now in America, what black people have influence over what happens to their children in general. What they feed them, what they see on TV, what they hear on the radio, any of those things. So by integrating, by even saying that you want civil rights, take the word, the operative part of the word is civil, right? You're saying that I just want you to treat me civilly, right? And anything that you do in life, 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna make 100, right? Even if you're great. So if you fall short of civil, that means they treat a dog better than they treat you. I don't want civil rights. I want you to treat me like the God that I am. And so what I'm saying is that they take pieces of a person. Like they couldn't stop Malcolm X, so what they made him was an X on a hat. The same thing that they did to Jesus in Christmas. They took Christ out of Christmas and put an X. These are the mind games that we don't see. And to be honest with you, as our friendship grows, these are the types of things that keep me up at night, Cam, because I see it. And it's so clear.
So you would have wanted segregation to stay segregated?
Well, I would have wanted black people to build their own shit. I would have wanted black people to praise their own God.
Okay.
I would want black people to teach their own kids. I'm not saying that we can't be together, but would you respect somebody who you allowed to stay in your house, whether you forced them to stay there or not? And what, they've been staying there for 50, 60, 70, 80 years, 100 years? It's time for us to get our own. If we have-
Hey, and I'm gonna pause right there, Jalen, because check this out, y'all. If you think about it, man, I don't know about y'all, but my motherfucking first teacher, besides my mother, when I got outside my mother, was a white woman. When I started going to school, I didn't have no black teacher as my first teacher. It's a white woman.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure mine was too. I can't remember who my first
Yeah.
teacher was, but the first teacher I can remember was white, most definitely. So
Yeah.
shit.
And even through high school, man, junior high school had white teachers. You know, I remember talking about the Louisiana Purchase, and I'm a bit, man. Now that I sit and think about all that shit, you know, growing up, I didn't give a fuck about no goddamn Louisiana Purchase. What the fuck that shit meant to me? Not a goddamn thing.
Just telling you a history of America, but the thing is why we had the Louisiana Purchase, what that meant, you know what I'm saying? How they split the territories up in slavery versus non-slavery, you know what I'm saying? How New Orleans kind of had their own little government, their own little ways of doing shit. It was more free.
Yeah, but they didn't. But she didn't go into detail the way that it should have been in detail, Jalen.
Oh yeah, most definitely, of course, and that's because
you see what I'm saying?
The curriculum don't require that shit, and that's the problem.
Yeah,
the curriculum don't require, you know what I'm saying? That. And then anyway, we needed black teachers anyway, because we needed black teachers to teach us the massacre, like how they did New Orleans in 1866. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. How they did Baltimore in that same time frame, different shit like that, because there was black communities that were thriving. You know what I'm saying? Even then, they got to get toned down because, we can't have that shit. You know what I'm saying? We can't have these niggas living too good in this a poor community of whites outside y'all doors and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when they wanted to be in our house. You know what I'm saying? Let's not get it twisted.
That's why. What's that documentary I was just watching this morning? I watched it over again. The documentary about Mound City over there in Oklahoma, and they were talking about that, but I don't go on that too long. I want to get to this part that made so much fucking sense to me. I mean, David Banner, man, he got live on this here though. Let's go.
We have our own, and we don't have to beg for anything.
Or the ability to create your own. Because I think that's a lot of suppression too that's not being mentioned, especially going back to slavery. Mm-hmm. It's not to say that we couldn't have our own. We didn't have the rights to have our own. You know what I'm saying?
But what I'm saying is that even within that, man, like I give you a great example. I told you, bro, if I had any power in the spaces that I wanted, it's coming. But like, bro, I would make you the Black Superman, bro.
Listen to this shit.
Like, period, dog. I don't want there to ever be a period where our children don't think that they're gods or that they're superheroes. Like, think about this. This is gonna mess y'all head up. A real superhero is a representation of a god. Wonder Woman is a god. Superman is a god. I love Black Panther. I don't want to be no cat. I want to be a fucking god. And what they're telling us that we can't be gods when when the word hero comes from Heru, a black man. So the word comes from a black man, and you can't be a real hero. And then watch this, it's gonna fuck y'all head up. Where does Superman get his power from? Come on, y'all in here. From the sun.
No, kryptonite.
White people are allergic to what?
The sun.
The sun. There's no way Superman could be white. A white scientist said that it's not possible. They run from the sun. Superman is supposed to be darker than the darkest night ever.
Hey,
These are the things.
is that nigga making sense? Is he cooking, or is David Banner on some bullshit?
No, I mean he definitely got a point, man. I just feel like
yeah, yeah.
because all that shit he talking about is symbolism, man, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like we should have black characters like that, but that shit, you know what I'm saying, man? It's man, we passed that shit now, bro. Like I don't give because nigga, a lot of the niggas.
No, we passed that shit, Jalen, because symbolism
imagery, bro. We passed imagery, bro. We need tangibles, and that's all we need. I don't give a fuck about what because we can once we have our tangibles, we can create our own shit to have our own. You know what I'm saying? Whatchamacallit. But we need that first. We need.
Okay. Say like symbolism, like say for a prime example, like now you know they want all these motherfucking statues and shit that they tore down in these Confederate ass fucking cities, these countries, these states and stuff like that, you know, especially in Virginia, you know, down south, you know, in Louisiana and Mississippi. Remember they were tearing down all them goddamn statues and stuff. I mean, now them motherfuckers want that symbolism back out there because that made them feel some type of way. It made white folks feel some type of way, man.
Nah, I agree with the fact, but see, they shit coming from a sense of power. Like they felt like they were losing power when they would when those hoes were getting taken down, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
that's why they want the symbolism back.
Power, you know what I'm saying? But see, let's just say niggas get a black Superman. How does that increase our power in any way, shape, or form?
I'm not saying increase the power. I'm just saying that what we see gives us, you know, hope that we can be this dominant person, man. Because if you think about it, Jalen, damn, train of thought gone. Go ahead. My train of
my thing is that, man, we've already been seeing those type of things, and yeah, you can say that Black Panther wasn't that, but you know what I'm saying. For a lot of people, Black Panther was that, and the fact that
Paul, my bad. I know what I was gonna say. The difference that he was trying, I think what he was trying to say was that there's a difference between being a character and a god. You know, Superman was a god. Motherfucking Batman wasn't a god. He was just a character. You know, who else was goddamn even the motherfucking you remember Superman when he had fought them the three villains? I forgot what planet they were from, but he fought the three villains, man. Remember the two men and the woman? They was from the I think planet Zar or some shit like that. They were gods, man. So when you speaking gods versus superhero or just a hero or some type of villain, there is a big difference, bro.
Yeah. General Zod was the guy, you know what I'm saying? But they were all from the planet Krypton, you know what I'm saying? He just was powered by the sun, allegedly, because, you know what I'm saying, he had grew up here, you know what I'm saying, and the sun gave him the powers, and because that's why Krypton was kryptonite and all that shit fucked him up. Whereas Krypton was what powered the rest of everybody else on his planet, you know what I'm saying? He was allergic to it because he spent most of his time on Earth and was powered by the sun.
By the sun.
But that's but all we know there's some bullshit in it, and white people can't even be outside for 10, 20 minutes without no damn sunscreen. So it ain't like, you know what I'm saying, we don't know that shit, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I think that the imagery and all that shit, man, that shit cool to like people who really care about those type of things.
What other one?
A lot of people not really caring about those type of things now because we too far gone from we already know we in a place where they'll give us the token, you know what I'm saying, victory. And the token victory is just getting your little you see the black person on this movie as this character or as this
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's time that we, you know what I'm saying, create the gods right here on Earth, nigga.
Or a fucking birthday, just like, you know, I've been hollering and screaming all fucking week. I said, yeah, the only fucking thing that America gave black folks was a motherfucking birthday. You know, pretty much. What else,
give us nothing, bro. That's why I hate when we say that, because they didn't give us none of that shit, bro. Black people have to fight for that shit, bro. It was shit that black
Well,
people
we fought, and that's the only thing that was awarded to us was a fucking birthday.
that's everything that we
The
took.
things that I noticed, and it be fucking.
My bad. What you said?
I was just gonna say we took that birthday, we took that holiday, we took that Black History Week and made it a month, and we should be trying to petition to make that a year. You know what I'm saying? Every year is, you know what I'm saying, Black History Year, nigga, type shit. But go ahead though.
Oh, let me rewind.
Fucking my
Here we go.
scientists said that it's not possible.
What else,
They
Carl?
run from the sun. Superman is supposed to be darker than the darkest night ever. These are the things that I notice, and it be fucking my head up, dog. I can't sleep. And I be like, don't nobody else see it? And then when I say it, Negro say that I'm crazy. When I said something about that, I can't say it because last time I said it, they threw me off TV. Like, and look at what they're saying about what happened to people after they took that. Blood clots. They can't have children.
And I agree with that 1,000,000% because in my house, in my household, from me to my wife, to my daughter, to my son, we didn't take that fucking shot. I haven't had one COVID boosters, COVID shot, this, that. I haven't never taken that shot. Won't take that shot because I always felt that it was something that they were putting in that shit, man, to fuck people up. And it's funny that he said blood clots because, man, over the past 2 weeks, I done seen 2 people I know personally that have taken them shots, man. They either passed, one of them passed away, one of them got out the hospital, blood clots and shit in their motherfucking legs and arms, you know, because they was taking them booster shots and all that shit. But anyway, let's go.
Children, they die. I missed the movie because of that. But they acted like I was crazy when I said something about it. Bro, I'll just tell you this. From this point in my life, and this is going to surprise you, I really want to be around good human beings. Everything that I do in my life will always be for Black people. But I realize that it is important for me to do for me, and those who see it can come along. Those who don't have to suffer. And they will suffer until they see if my way is the right way, it's the way to go. But Cam, it's the best time in history. Why everybody's scared and why so many wild things is happening in the world. If we had our shit together, it wouldn't take but a couple of us to put our money together, bro. We can go buy and do anything. We can go buy up Ghana. We can go any of these places, buy land here. We can go back to Mississippi.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Point blank period. No sugar code, no nothing. Are you a racist?
Boy, Cam was goddamn plant, bro. Yeah, nah.
Hey, I know, but I'm finna ask you, nigga. I'm finna ask you though, motherfucker. No sugarcoating. Are you a racist, motherfucker?
Am I a racist? Hell no.
Are you a racist?
Hell no. I ain't racist.
But they say that Black folks, they say that we are racist, that we can be racist.
A lot of people say I think Black people can be racist. Hell yeah. I think I got a lot of different racist thoughts and shit, but I don't think I'm a racist. Like, I'm not sitting over here. I don't believe Black people are superior, white people are superior. I don't believe any of that bullshit. I believe human is human, dog. I believe pigmentation is pigmentation, nigga, type shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Now, I love Black people. You know what I'm saying? I believe I should put my people first, but I'm dealing with a set of circumstances that tell me that that's the only way we can, you know what I'm saying, go about moving in society. It's not about being against white people. It's about being for your people. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So
because if we go back to the civil rights era, right? We go back to the civil rights era. The civil rights era doesn't happen without good, hardly white people.
yeah.
It doesn't take place, the civil rights era. Do we have enough white people in America to fight and go against the government as they did back in 64, 63, 64, 65 during the civil rights era? Do we have enough white people that will stand on the front lines with black folks if it came to that, because right now the administration is on a tear. They already came out to black women when they were talking about the DEI jobs and all that, which we found out. Well, not us, but they found out. Some white people that DEI was considerably beneficial to white women. So once you knock white women and black women up out of that category, you come over to the black men now. Do we have enough?
My thing is not that do we have enough. It's are people well informed enough to know the actual solution that we need moving forward? Because like you just talk about the civil rights movement, you know what I'm saying, and all that shit. But the civil rights movement brought about integration. As much as we hate, I don't think that the integration move. I mean, the civil rights shouldn't have been a thing, because you know what I'm saying. Obviously, they were trying their best to discriminate us in multiple ways and shapes and forms. But at the same time, that shit brought about integration, which we over here talking about. Hey man, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? I can say we all say that it's definitely had its faults. Integration did have its faults. So instead of fighting for legislation, should we have not been fighting harder for our businesses to be funded, for us to, you know what I'm saying, to be more solidarity in our own shit, you know what I'm saying, making sure that we had better housing in our neighborhoods and shit like that. Like, hey, nah, fuck, you know what I'm saying, us going to the white people shit and making sure that they shit straight, and then them niggas leaving anyway, you know what I'm saying? And instead, hey, government, put that money into the black community. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. We want you, instead of you trying to, you know what I'm saying, force us to go to the same school, how about you make sure our schools are more well funded? You know what I'm saying? Type shit. That's just, I don't know. That's my whole point, is that I don't think we ever argue for the right shit when it comes down to it. It's not about good-hearted white, because good-hearted white people gonna say, yeah, man, we should go and integrate, and they should be able to come to any school they want to, my school, their school, whatever. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, if they school better funded and they school has the most resources and shit, people just gonna want to go to their school naturally. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to the black school. Yeah, I might get taught black some shit, you know what I'm saying? But we know if you go to that white school, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have a job that's gonna look at you instantly. You're gonna have all these different benefits to going to that white school. Yeah, I'm gonna go to that damn white school. So that's the dilemma that we face when it comes to all this shit, is that, you know what I'm saying, how do we better get black shit funded? Not that we need to go into white spaces and all that shit like that, because every time we go into white spaces, they show us that, hey man, you don't belong here. We don't want you here.
Yeah.
They don't have to say it all the time explicitly, but they always do in some kind of way, shape, or form. So, hey, look, nigga, let's just, help us get our shit funded. We not coming to y'all shit, bro. All we asking for is a little funding here and there, bro.
Deep man. Yeah, we got a long way, man. I just think we just gonna have, Jalen, we can't even wait until midterm election come up right now to put a stance on the bullshit that's going on in this country right now, which bullshit has always been going on, but right now it's like openly thrown in our face, and they're saying, do something, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, it's like, I think everybody be playing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be playing. The ones that are in a position of leadership power, they should be holding, some type of, I guess I don't say rally or whatever, but rally or, stance on the fight was upcoming, before it even hits the fucking fan. And we just sitting around waiting until the shit hit the fan. Then we want to, march and say we shall overcome. Man, I seen them marching over that Selma Bridge again the other day, and I'm just saying to myself, man, this don't mean nothing to them, man. some people hoping that they can go out there and strike a motherfucker upside the head or blast one of these fuckers, man, you know, that's out there walking across that damn bridge. You
Yeah.
know, so I just think we need to start now by congregating and putting things into motion to be able to you know, get going. You know, so yeah, man, I enjoyed this you know, second half of the podcast, man, because I thought that was very interesting what David Banner was speaking on, man, and just wanted to share it with those who hadn't seen it yet. If you get a chance, go and watch that whole interview on Cam Newton's page, man. It, you know, I like David Banner. He gets a little, you know, deep and, you know, off the hands sometimes, but yeah, man, Superman.
No, definitely. I ain't gonna lie, sit here and say that wouldn't help our community in many ways, but I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if we pass the symbology shit, man, because, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we talk about symbology and representation and all these type of things like that, man. We get those little victories, and that's all we get, bro. All right, you get the first black, gay, trans, blah 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 as this. You get the first black person as this. You get the first black woman as this. And you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, bro, that shit don't push the whole culture forward. That shit push that one individual forward because everybody else, you still have a long term of stigmas that you got to go through. And those people had to a lot of times separate themselves a lot from blackness, bro. Outside of like Obama, bro, you know what I'm saying? You really don't see a lot of people, and even people question Obama blackness still to this day. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest, bro. But I can say at least Obama was singing Al Green at a point in time and during his presidency. You know what I'm saying? I know that's symbolic shit, but at least it's like he know the culture enough that we don't feel like this nigga all the way out of the mix from us. But what was the actual policy? When you go down to that, it's like, damn, nigga, was this nigga really the first black president, my nigga? Like, shit. You know what I'm saying? He made a lot of shit more affordable for poor people and shit like that. But, man, hey, outside of the Fair Sentencing Act, that I can say that, hey, they did help a lot of niggas federally. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that,
Yeah.
man, I really think Obama did much for the black people, bro, the black community. And even that wasn't a only particularly black community, you know what I'm saying? Thing it just happened to affect us at a disproportionate rate. So that's the only reason I can say that it was kind of for black people, but you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Let me play a little bit of this here right quick.
Fathers have left home in order for their children to get meat and bread. There are so many dehumanizing elements in the welfare system that we are concerned about removing. Ultimately, we are concerned about a guaranteed annual income. And the other thing I think it is very necessary to say is that everybody's on welfare in this country. And when it comes to black people and poor people, we just call it something else. When it's for white people and rich, we call it subsidies.
That's what you just said just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, and people don't understand. That's how the reason why they're scared of that shit, because they call that shit socialism. Oh shit, you a socialist. Ooh, even though they don't mind doing that shit, bro. That's man, capitalism and all that shit then allowed that shit for businesses, bro. Like businesses should, if they are not doing good business or they not keeping up with their money right, and they somehow end up failing, they should not be getting bailed out. You shouldn't get money from the government to keep you afloat, especially multiple times over. Now, it's one thing you get it one time, but you talk about multiple times over for a business that's extracting all this wealth from us, the people. You know what I'm saying? They workers don't get paid like that, bro. All that shit like that, man. And you can go to certain companies that might pay you all right, decent and shit like that. But we done made it harder for workers to unionize and collectively bargain. But the corporations can do that, nigga. They can make sure that, hey, man, let's cut off any regulation that makes us have to spend more money for safety, for wages, for anything like that. And instead, or for even monopolizing the business, because Google is shit done that already. Apple has done that already. Go ahead.
They say that in the year 2020 27 or 28, one of them they said that with how things going with the farmers in the United States right now, that we're gonna see famine in the United States. You know, can you think you see that being, you know?
Yeah, so I mean, it's already small pockets of food deserts all across America. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But the only thing you can get is maybe a fast food burger, and people realize that if you don't got a real grocery store anywhere near you, and all you got a little restaurants and convenience stores, that's pretty much like having no food at all because the nutrition is not there, and you literally see a lot of people dying from high blood sugar. You know what I'm saying? All these different things like that. You know what I'm saying? High blood pressure. You know what I'm saying? These type of things because they health is not they're not getting the right things to build their health. They're not eating veggies. They're not eating fruits and different types of shit. Real meats. Even though you might not get that even in the grocery store, but I'm just saying, like, at least it's better to cook your shit than to have your shit already processed and made for you by a
Yeah.
motherfucking fast food restaurant that's spending the money as little as possible on the products they're getting to serve you, my nigga.
Man, I wouldn't dare go to a restaurant and order steak or any type of lobster tail, anything like that, man, because that shit ain't what it do. Now, you know, when you go in the grocery store, you see different steaks made from, you know, they say these was all grass-fed cows, beef, and then you got the other ones that, you know, that was whatever, fed out food or this and that. It's a distinctive taste between the two. Have you ever noticed that? Between the steaks?
And then
Yeah, in a regular steak that, you know, from I
yeah,
guess
I done noticed it. You know what I'm saying? I only ate like a grass fed steak or beef. You know what I'm saying? I want to say like maybe once. So you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
it's a different taste. You agree with that, Tony? Like I say, it's a different taste to it, man, and the texture of the meat is different as well. So when they say that, man, you know, grass fed or this and that, there, the first thing come to my mind is, man, this shit is motherfucking fake ass meat, bro. You know, it just seems like it's fake just from the texture and the taste that I'm used to tasting. You know, when it comes to, you know, that grass fed versus regular beef, man. But
They already a lot of the time the preservatives they put in that shit. We so used to tasting that shit that becomes a flavor that we're used to. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of chemicals and shit. Like they make sure that this shit is a certain type of way to not only get us on a molecular level, like our body get used to those chemicals, but our taste buds, all that shit, you know what I'm saying, get used to you know what I'm saying, taste of these type of things, you know what I'm saying? So
right,
even seasonings and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like all that shit, bro. They get us in so many different ways with this shit, bro. Like
right. Well, man, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it, man. Like I say, it's been real, man. I'm glad we got a chance to look at that little stretch right there and dialogue over it. But Tony say, let me say this here before we get up out of here. I like in the country on the woods, all the meat coming from outside. They 3D print meat now. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. That meat be tasting funny than a motherfucker, bro. So that's why you know, I asked that question, you know, about that so-called grass-fed shit and you know, regular so-called meat that you buy in the package or whatever that they cut inside of the grocery store. But man, I don't know, man. It just seems like right now, man, everything is fake. Everything. You know, I'm starting to believe in real life tethers, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to believe in that shit, Jalen. Real
I mean,
talk.
it's mentally wise, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, there's a bunch of NPCs and shit out here. You know what I'm saying? Non playing characters, man. They barely got a soul, they barely got a thought and shit. A lot of niggas just moving in them and going in the motions and shit. Like we supposed to believe this, we supposed to do this, we supposed to think this. All right, cool. And they just go along, you know what I'm saying? To get along type shit, man. But I feel like y'all need to challenge ourselves to think critically of everything, nigga, whether it's, you know what I'm saying? I don't care what it is, bro. You gotta think critically of everything, because that's what make me as skeptical I am about the shit that we do now. Cause it's like, man, what's the tangibles that black people are getting out of this shit? Or are we just being led more and more into the burning building every day? And we sitting here telling ourselves that we can vote ourselves out this shit. And I think it's gonna take more than that, bro. That's why I don't think people really focus the actual, you know what I'm saying, revolution side of it. You know what I'm saying? They say the revolution won't be televised, but I think it will, bro. I definitely think it will. Cause
Let me ask you a question, bro. I need you to help me with something.
Go ahead.
What do they mean by that?
The revolution won't be televised?
Yeah.
When they say that, man, they saying that the revolution starts in the mind. So, you know what I'm saying? It's something that you can't capture on TV. The changing of the people starts in the mind. So, pretty much all the niggas who started, you know what I'm saying, they movements like the Black Panthers and shit, it started with them, you know what I'm saying, reading philosophy, or, you know what I'm saying, being introduced to a certain ideas that they hadn't been introduced to before. Even Martin Luther King, with his shit, he was always backed by certain types of people, like what they deemed socialists and shit like that. But you see, he didn't actually gear himself toward that type of ideology until he seen that, hey, man, we getting brought into this legislation and being put in the forefront, but they still killing niggas like Medgar Evers. They still, you know what I'm saying, killing the president for this type of shit. Like, it's not that they, you know what I'm saying, they forcing the shit to happen, but it's not like the white people are doing it because they see the goodness in black people. It's just that we're forcing these motherfuckers to do this shit. Instead of trying to force them to like us, why don't we just build up our own communities? It don't have to deal with their ass. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Martin Luther King
But see, the problem is, though, Jalen, the problem is that when you say don't fuck with, you know, white America, every white American is not, you know, they're not like, you know, the other.
No, I 100% agree with that, but you gotta understand, like, it's a difference when you fucking with a white person on the individual level, and then when you moving into their neighborhood. Cause yeah, you might have 40%, 50%, let's just say 60% or 70% of the white people that want you there. They don't care if you're there or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the other percentage that might not want you there, they might have an influence over 30 or 40% or even 50% of the other group. You know what I'm saying? Because they family, or this guy's the respected guy in the community. He done lent out money to these niggas. He there when whatchamacallit, Sally Joe mother died and shit like that. Because black people already have built-in community. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they grew up in the same neighborhoods and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why it's almost an outsider thing in almost all people. Because even black people, let's just say black people have a certain neighborhood, and then the new person moves into their neighborhood and they see that it's a certain type of change might happen. They might, you know what I'm saying, holler at them, be like, hey, look, this is how we do shit in our neighborhood. So before you start doing certain things, you might want to think about that type shit. For them, it was like color was the thing. So it's not like it's something that you could tangibly point out. It's like, hey, nah, we don't want your kind here. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it came out. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't gonna come out off of all people. But if that little small percentage is there, that small percentage might be able to sway the other people into, you know what I'm saying? Because if maybe they just don't care. It might not even be that they like black people or don't like black people. They just don't care if you there or not. Because everybody else been there. We cool. I'm cool with everybody else here. I don't want to be the person that tries to stand up for the black guy. Now they calling me a nigger lover, even if I don't have a problem with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they have social pressures inside their own group, regardless, bro. Even if they not racist or not. You know what I'm saying? And it's not to say that you know what I'm saying, you ain't gonna never find good white people that's gonna stand up for you and none of that shit like that. Of course you will. Like I say, I salute John Brown all day. That nigga died for black folks, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You don't have many white folks that'll do that. that'll die for black. The white people that was part of the Freedom Riders, and they was out there going from town to town trying to desegregate and protest and all that different shit. And them white folks got their head killed in Mississippi. Shit, I salute them white folks, man, because not too many people do that. Not too many people are willing to go out there and die for black people. But you got to think about it, man. When white people build community, the last thing they're going to be doing is trying to sacrifice themselves for what they deem an outsider. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that they will always think that way, but you got to almost assume that that's going to be the case because, you know what I'm saying, like, we not just going to go out our way for a stranger either in the black community. We just don't do these things, you know what I'm saying? We ain't going to be like, oh, yeah, this nigga just moved in and he kicking up trash cans every morning and shit. We just, fuck it, man. Why? Don't bother that, man. You know, we gonna try to regulate that shit in our community, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That you know, let me pull this up right quick. Let's see, can I find it right quick? 1 second here. All right, let me see right here. All right, let's pull this up, then we're gonna get up off here. I know everybody's seen this before.
Yeah, man, brother went in.
Wrong about everything. It should say you are wrong about everything.
That's adorable.
All right. The board is clear. The board is clear.
Burned. Bondi wrote that for you?
Your hat says Trump was wrong about everything. It should say you are wrong about everything.
That's adorable.
All right.
The other day, the old boy was telling me, he said, hey, I'm about to go.
They're trying to, shit. Let me see. I'm trying to type this in, man. Let me see if I can find it. No, this ain't it.
Your hat says Trump was wrong about everything.
Man, I'm trying to find let's see this. Right here, yeah.
Not in my mind that the map's gonna pass. If y'all can give us less than 0 seats, you would do it. Y'all do this under the orders of somebody that said the Civil Rights Act was harmful to white people, that it caused reverse racism. RFK said that black children are overfilled on antidepressants and that they need to be reparented on different forms, all of them. Pete Hegseth constantly brings Doug Wilson to the Pentagon to give a prayer service. Doug Wilson is the same pastor that said that slave owners were on strong spiritual ground. I don't have no belief in no morality on anybody that followed Donald Trump. If you wasn't with this map, you wouldn't be underneath this president. You wouldn't be in your party. You would stand up, you would stand against it, you would speak out about it. So as far as I'm concerned, if you here as one of these Trump Republicans, you already showed us who you are. You showed us what you want to do. And I believe the country as a whole is rebuking your party. Y'all are in a death spiral. That's why y'all have to redistrict. That's why y'all have to cheat. That's why Trump got to go to Texas and say he entitled to 5 more seats. It's because y'all know what y'all doing is abhorrent. We letting our people die in Iran based on false pretense that Tulsi Gabbard and Joe Kent say it ain't real. Y'all okay with all that. So I'm positive y'all gonna be okay with the maps. But the beautiful thing is, the children that y'all have made and the people that's younger than y'all don't support none of this racism that y'all want. The MAGA party is the last breath of the Confederacy. And I'll be happy to see millennials and Gen Z bury y'all. There will be no more of your party. The midterms gonna come, y'all gonna get wiped out. Trump gonna get dragged out of the White House, and I'm gonna love every second of it. Because y'all loved every second of the suffering that he caused to everybody in this country. And worldwide, we starve in Cuba. We bombed Nigeria. We holding Zimbabwe and Zambia hostage for their minerals. We don't want to give them aid support. The pro-lifers that say all life is special, y'all letting kids die of AIDS. What part of your Bible say that? Point out the scripture. I think everybody would love to see it. And we would love to see y'all in the midterm.
So when he said that their kids that they have made, that they have brought into this world now, are not on that same level. You agree with that, man?
Absolutely not.
That's what I just said.
I ain't gonna lie though. I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't gonna say it's all of them, man. I feel like the generation by generation go by, you get less and less of it. But I ain't gonna lie, this last little generation, man, they've been breeding a good little chunk of races out here, man. The
Exactly.
people who trying to pick up the Charlie Kirk mantle are getting younger and younger. Charlie Kirk was my age, so that should let you know, like, these niggas ain't like these niggas not having the people that can replace they shit, and they gonna do it in a more polite way. They gonna come to your campus and just say, "No, you're just a criminal, bro," and keep on saying that shit while you over here trying to tell yourself, "Man, nah, bro, black people are not criminals. That black people have this and this." Well, why are you still living in the past, bro? Come on, man. Black people make decisions. They're not black fathers in the home and blah blah blah. And then, you know what I'm saying, they ignore all statistics that say, you know, black people, especially black fathers, are the most present when it comes to actually doing things, work, helping with homework, different shit like that, being present, even if they're not in the household, you know what I'm saying, like full time, you know what I'm saying, like black fathers are most definitely present. It's just that we're not, you know what I'm saying, marrying our baby mothers at the same rate as maybe other groups of people, you know what I'm saying, which is a whole nother problem in itself. But you know what I'm saying, that doesn't mean that we're not being fathers, but because we're not in the home, and we're not, you know what I'm saying, listed on there, you know what I'm saying, for whatever reason. Some people might say it's welfare or whatever, you know what I'm saying, that caused that, you know what I'm saying. They look at it as if, you know what I'm saying, we're not there, there's no influence of black fathers at all. You know what I'm saying? I think the thing is that we got a lot of people who are not taking seriously their responsibilities in the society, you know what I'm saying? And that puts them in a bind when it comes to meeting their mates, when it comes to taking care of their kids, because, you know what I'm saying, if you ain't got your purpose in order, then you just out here moving aimlessly. That it puts you in a situation where you just fucking on anything until boom, you got a baby. And you gotta make the shit work. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having shit planned out and shit like that, bro.
And see, that's why I was waiting to get to that part there, so I can just hear what you had to say on that. Because Jalen, man, I've been watching too, bro. You know, and I'm gonna tell y'all this here, man, before we get up out of here. When that motherfucking we don't see eye to eye on this shit, bro. But I'm starting to hope that I'm wrong and others are I mean that I'm right and others are wrong. But when they do have this trial with Carmelo Anthony down there in Texas, man, that's gonna be another one that's gonna you know, cause an uproar, man, in the black community, I think, because
you want to see, man. Like I say, I hope they don't pack that little nigga up. But at the same time, man, like I say, we don't know the whole details and that shit, and I don't even want to. I know where I always stood on that situation and shit.
Yeah.
But I don't want to just, you know what I'm saying, keep putting that kind of energy out there on that little nigga, because at the end of the day, shit, man, it's kind of like the OJ trial in a sense that not that he just might be 100%. Like I believe OJ was guilty 100%. Nigga, you know what I'm saying?
OJ killed them motherfuckers.
I don't know if I can say that about Carmelo in the circumstances.
OJ ain't do that shit by himself, but he got their ass though.
Yeah,
I don't think OJ did that shit by himself.
Black people is more like, man, we just want to see that nigga, you know what I'm saying, win, because it's not a lot of times you see niggas win and this shit. Like Breonna Taylor killers, George Floyd killer, you know what I'm saying? He got a little time, but they already been talking about freeing that nigga. How many times have they talked about that, bro? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, it's hard, bro. You know what I'm saying? To see so many and we really didn't see for years, bro. Black people would get killed and they killers would get off. You know what I'm saying? As far as police and shit, or you know what I'm saying, a white man like George Zimmerman and shit. You know what I'm saying? They get off and shit. Even though
Well, I think that I don't mean to cut you off, but I think that incident right there, Jalen, with George Zimmerman, when Black America in I'm gonna say Florida didn't really rise and get down with that. I think that was one of the nail in the coffins, bro. Because I think they should have showed out then. I'm just saying. But bro, I'm gonna get off this motherfucker, bro. Shit, I'm tired, man.
Yeah, and I want to salute to the white man that did pop at George Zimmerman, though. You know what I'm saying? That's one example of a white man that rode for niggas hard in the bitch, man. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to leave it on that note. It was a white man. You can look it up, man. A nigga tried to get at George Zimmerman in traffic, nigga, when he seen that nigga, man. So, I salute that.
George Zimmerman. Yeah.
That white man that tried to get
Tamir Rice, Tamir Rice, police just run up on him, blast him. But we have all that shit going everywhere, man. Every city that you in, bro. We just don't hear about all the stories, But yeah, man, we'll get to it, man. Salute to you, brother.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Y'all be cool out there, man. We gonna be all right, man.
Oh yeah.
Right, man. We just gotta come together though, man. That should be on everybody's mind, man. How can we get us past our differences to come together, man? Especially us like-minded Black folks, man. Cause I already know it's gonna be some niggas gonna be, man, we can't do this, we can't do that, and this, that, and the third. Man, like-minded Black people come together and unite, man. But I'm out, man.
All right, brother. Man, salute to my brother, man. Man, there's some shit going on around here, man. But anyway, man, we'll catch up, man. Great dialogue, man. Good conversation tonight. See, when we was on here earlier talking about Ratchet and shit, I might even delete that live, bro. Because for the simple fact, man, I don't get off on that type of shit, bro. I mean, it's funny, to an extent, but it's really fucking sad, But we got over 200 some people in the motherfucking chat when you fucking Tony, I'm for real though. When you blasting a nigga, man, you know what I'm saying? We know the nigga fucked up, but when we start talking about shit of importance, man, motherfuckers crickets. They want to go to the dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? They want to listen to that dumb shit all fucking day. It's fucked up out here, bro. It's us, man. It's us, man. It's us. It all boils down to us. To us, bro. It all boils down to us. Have a good night. Peace. Hell yeah, I see it. Hell yeah, I see it, Tony. To us. It all boils down to us. Peace.